news, everyone?
Yes. And just like every news, or every beginning of the news, if you ever have anything you want me to discuss over here on the news corner, make sure you jump into that Discord, hit up that Kids News Corner channel, and drop whatever article you have. Let's go ahead and jump into this first one. Xbox President Sarah Bond has set up a new team dedicated to game preservation and forward compatibility. Listen, I think more companies should be doing a lot more of this kind of stuff, and not even just for games. Like, I don't think game companies should be the only ones. All media, all kinds of these kinds of arts and stuff. Like, we do stuff to like preserve paintings and stuff like that. And I know people definitely don't look at, like, you know, literature, movies, and video games. You know, they all kind of rank them in different ways, but I very much fall into that camp of each one of those is some kind of piece of art to me, you know, and I kind of see the value in all those things. There should be preservation for all of those kinds of things some way. So I saw this and I was like, this is really cool. Per emails received by Windows Central, confirmed by Microsoft as genuine, Xbox President Sarah Bond recently briefed her team on various topics. In the email, Sarah Bond reiterated Microsoft's plan to build a new Xbox hardware focused on delivering the biggest technical leap ever in a generation. Sarah Bond also revealed that Microsoft has set up a dedicated team to future-proof our digital Xbox game libraries across future hardware paradigms to further build on Xbox's strong history of delivering backwards compatibility. Additionally, it was revealed that Xbox has become Diablo 4's most prominent platform since the game's inclusion onto Xbox Game Pass. Sarah Bond was just promoted to president a few months ago, kickstarted something of a reorganization to streamline Microsoft's gaming org to position itself for the future. With the Activision Blizzard now acquired, Xbox has become something of a gaming powerhouse with huge platform across Xbox consoles and cloud PC gaming, mobile titles, and subscription services. Even when you disregard the millions of Xbox Game Pass subscribers, Microsoft counts various other subscription services, gaming business within that fold, from Fallout 1 to Microsoft Realms and World of Warcraft. Where's the shit about them doing preservations? We need more preservation reconnaissance is not the word I wanted, but that was what I was feeling. Recently, the preservation of games has become an increasing concern as the shift to digital license model and online services has made it too easy for games to go permanently offline. It's a massive problem in the mobile gaming where publishers and companies like Apple and Google have no problem wiping games from existence. Even core platforms like Nintendo are known to shut down stores, offlining many games. Microsoft is closing parts of the Xbox 360 store off this year for new. Is closing parts of Xbox 360 store this year for new purchases. However, hundreds of the most popular Xbox backwards compatible games escape the Xbox 360 and continue to live on the Xbox One, the Series X and S. It seems that now they'll live on even further. As part of her email, Sarah Bond revealed that Microsoft has now set up a dedicated team to ensure the future proofing of current Xbox games library against future hardware paradigm shifts, ensuring that our games remain accessible long into the future. I think, like I said, great idea. I think this should be happening with more and more media and different kinds of art outlets, not just gaming, and obviously not just, you know, paintings and those kinds of arts. Lots of different arts. Everyone crying about a female Silver Surfer. I think it's funny as hell. I agree, that is funny. You know what people are also crying about? How fucking good I look with this mustache is. And I get it, man. Some people just see things and they're like, man, how can things be that good in somebody else's life and not mine? Sorry. Have the games mostly forever. Right. Yeah. And I agree. Steam is I think like the end all be all for PC gaming and most gaming. If everything could be on Steam, great. But you know, obviously that's not always able to happen because things are exclusive to consoles and shit like that. But Steam is right there, and I think that they should still be finding a way to be able to preserve all those things at some point too, beyond just what they have going right now. You know, there should be something more. At least that's my thought. And I don't know if there's a way to do that. I just, every time I see that kind of stuff, I'm always like, digital is not the only thing. There has to be something more, right? There has to be another way. Like maybe, so like when you are supposed to make secure copies of or backups of something, you know, digitally, you're supposed to save one locally. I think like one. It's like one locally, one off-site, and then there's usually like a third or something, right? But there's like a multiple different ways. Like you have to have like safeguards in place. Same thing kind of has to happen with games. Like if you have it just on Steam, like that's great, but there should be other ways to kind of preserve those things, you know, further. And I don't know what that is, but female version of Silver Surfer. Yeah, I talked about it last week, and Psycho was kind of informing me a little bit about. I think it's Shalabal, and he gave me a little bit of a lesson. I don't know too much about it, but I don't really care enough about the Silver Surfer, or you know, I'm not upset about it enough to even. I'm not even upset about it at all. I don't know why I'm pretending like there would be something to be upset about. I don't really care. Just make a good movie. Let's go ahead and jump into this next one. Plenty go ahead and share us another good article. Last week she sent us I think it was last week, a library that was helping erase people's library debts with pet photos, mostly cat photos I think, but pet photos in general. And she threw another one in here, how a Chinese cat with a doleful mug became an online star. I saw this and I was like, oh, okay, I don't know anything about it. I figure we'll get a little read in, but I do love these cat faces. I mean, obviously the one on the far left, great, but this guy, look at him. Look at him. He cute as fuck. Love a cat star. She a runner, she a cat star. I don't know the rest of that song, if I'm being honest. That's about it. And that's probably the only thing you need to know, right? She a kitty, she a cat star. It never occurred to Han when she began posting videos of her beloved cat Gargandang. Guangdong? It's got to be Guangdong. I don't know where I got that first one from. Guangdong meowing for food on social media 2 years ago that her pet would become an online sensation. Is it though? I've never seen Guangdong. I don't think Guangdong's a sensation. If I haven't seen him, I'm just saying. I know she just wanted to record Guangdong's daily life online, says the 28-year-old. Of course she's 28. Who prefers to go by her surname to protect her privacy. I didn't think she was the kind of cat that people would adore. Can I see the cat? Guangdong's appearance, characterized by deep folds between the nostrils and lips, gives her a sad but heartwarming expression, especially when she's begging for food. The cat's passion is eating, and she looks hungry even after hand feeds her. Yeah, let's see. Is there a picture of her? Oh, here you go, bud. Bro, Guangdong looks like he's either having the best day or existential crisis. I'm terminally online. I don't know this cat. That's what I'm saying. I think somebody's inflating these some of the article here. I mean, listen, cat's still fucking cute. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think this cat's really an online star, as it were. As somebody who is also not an online star, I know. Oh shit. Yeah. On the Chinese lifestyle app, Guangdong has amassed over 380,000 fans who often post comments about how the cat's appearance and behavior bring joy to their lives. On Instagram, she has 1.3 million followers. That's not a lot. I mean, it is obviously in the scheme of everything, but in the scheme of online and Instagram and shit, I feel like that's not that much. Maybe it is. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know anything about Instagram that well. If chat wants to smack me around about it, let me know. Han, who describes herself as an introvert, she says she is somewhat flustered by the sudden fame. I was a little shocked by it all, she says. I don't know if I should reply to all the comment posts or what I should do, say if I do. The flood of positive feedback has motivated Han to continue sharing daily posts of Guangdong. One of Guangdong's fans watched her video every day. She loves cats but cannot afford to keep one at the moment. A day without hearing her voice feels like something is missing, says the 25-year-old who lives alone. Especially hearing her meow when I get home after a hard day, I feel healed. Wow. Man, listen, I love some positive news. I'm not here to bring that down in any way, but also maybe I just need to send maybe I just need to start making clips of myself, you know, making just really quick little messages, throw them on Instagram, make people feel healed every day. Hey, I see you just got back from work. You did a great job out there, and I'm so proud of you. Are you guys feeling healed? 2 new X-Men being transgender. Yeah, who cares, man? People are gonna be mad about things. Wanted to write about this cat, and if the person had 50 followers, they'd still call the cat cute. Well, of course, right? Listen, I'm all about it. Yeah, the author was like, I want to show people more people this cat. I'm here for it. I got no issues with that. Show the cat, yo. I ain't worried. I ain't mad. Healed. So healed. Coffee acquired. Bro, are you saying the coffee has been
acquired?
Good. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. All right, let's keep on going, guys. Yeah. Netflix Avatar's last Did you get that? Netflix's Avatar, The Last Airbender series, is changing showrunners again. I know that when the first season was coming out, as it was being worked on, I know the showrunner got changed up, I think at least more than once. Apparently, it's happening again. The first season is out, but they still are doing season 2 and 3. And apparently the showrunner got to get him out of here. Got to go ahead and switch him out again. It is not uncommon for a showrunner to move on and do other things, but I don't think that's what's happening here. I think that there is something else amiss. Sheesh. That's what I'm saying, man. That is what I'm saying. Netflix's live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender series is going to get another major leadership shakeup that will see the departure of showrunner Albert Kim. Stepping in to fill his role in season 2 are Christian Boylan and Rabar Razasani. who will serve as executive producers on the show. Boylan, I said it right, previously aided as co-executive producer and writer for season 1 and served on other Netflix shows like The Punisher and Poker Face. Raisani served as executive producer, director, and visual effects supervisor on season 1 as well. Hollywood Reporter says sources say that Kim's initial intention was to lay the groundwork for the show moving forward. Kim is ready to move on to new opportunities, including working on Disney Plus's Percy Jackson series. Interesting. Okay, so they're definitely saying that it's not just like it wasn't like a him getting let go thing, but I think there's probably, I'm thinking that it wasn't just all good vibes over there. So I just saw this, I figured worth hitting on pretty quick and moving right back out of here. Man, now I'm feeling a little bit, like the body's coming down a little bit. Better get into a little more coffee here. I feel like I got something in my mustache, you know, guys. Clean that bad boy out. That's much better. Oh, all right. Dawn of War and Company of Heroes dev Relic Entertainment confirms yet another round of layoffs after it split from Sega. I should have saved it. I didn't either. I took I got into the flavor too quickly. Should have saved it for later. Relic Entertainment has announced sweeping cuts. It said we're going. Oh my god. Relic Entertainment has announced sweeping cuts it said were made to give the studio the best possible chance to survive. Last month, Relic, the developer of real-time strategy game Dawn of War and Company of Heroes, brought itself out from previous owner Sega with the help of an external developer. Hot on the heels of that announcement comes confirmation of yet another wave of layoffs less than a year after the 121 were let go from the studio. Following last week's announcement of Relic becoming an independent studio, today we had some difficult news. Earlier today, we shared details with Relicans about a layoff. I don't think you can use the word Relicans. I think it's you're past the point of having cute names for your employees. If you're about to fucking let them go, unfortunately, you know, I don't think you get to do that anymore. Letting people go was not an easy decision and was made solely with the goal of providing Relic with the best possible chance to survive in an increasingly volatile industry. Why is everybody fucking using that word? Is it because one person said it? One company said it and they were like, yes, that is so true. It is really volatile right now. It does not in any way reflect the expertise, passion, and character of any of the impacted employees. Yeah, you don't get to fucking say things like, oh, you know, we call our employees Relicans. And we, you know, we were just telling all the Relicans about how we were about to fire them unceremoniously. Of course. Yeah, you don't get to do that. You don't get that opportunity. You need to treat them like fucking humans at that point. You don't get to try and have fun with it at that point. You're fucking with people's lives and the way that they live. And if you want to do it, treat them like humans at that point. Yeah, it just feels like they're trying something. I don't know what. And I don't like that kind of shit. That's the kind of shit where it feels demeaning a little bit. And I know that that's probably not what they meant, but that's what it feels like. And it shouldn't. I mean, and I don't know. There's not, again, with all these layoffs, this is something that we've talked about a ton of times. There's not much for me to say. I just bring them up because I like putting a spotlight on these companies that are doing it, and not because it's, not because I'm here to boo, shame all these companies. I know that sometimes it is just the way business is, but sometimes some of these companies do it a little better than others. And I know, so even in here, they say they're working closely with affected people for severance packages, extended benefits, and out of placement support options. Great. If it didn't all come on the heels of some BS like Relicans, whatever. So, like I said, not much I can add out to that, outside of just the outrage that I already feel about it. So let's keep going. Truth. God, that's a good looking emote though. Damn, it's a good looking one. I also, the two new emotes, I mean, they're hard to tell. You can't tell them in the emote, but to me, I'll always know that even after the stash goes, those emotes have it. Those are stash emotes. I'm so excited about it. All right. Disney Plus's password sharing crackdown is going to be rolling out this June. CEO Bob Iger confirms. This is something that Netflix pushed around and kind of put out last year, which they saw great success to and lots of new subscribers and shit like that. So now, of course, every other company is going to go ahead and try and make that push, which Disney Plus is going to be apparently one of the next ones that does such things. I need to get some chapstick. My lower lip is a little chapped. I don't know why. Not enough water, I think. I haven't been drinking enough water. I think it's the water. I think I need more water. There we go. That's a little better. Though Disney has already updated its subscriber agreement for its streaming services Disney Plus, the company has plans to crack down on those sharing their passwords with people living outside the account holder's home in just a few months. In an interview with CNBC, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that Disney is launching its first real foray into password sharing sometime this June. Iger explained that it would start the rollout in just a few countries in a few markets, but did not specify which. However, he did mention that the enforcement of password sharing would expand to all subscribers by September this year. In January, Disney updated and notified Disney Plus subscribers about the recent change to the subscriber agreement before it went into effect roughly 2 months later. Disney joins a growing list of subscription services that have begun cracking down on password sharing on their platforms. Oh, all right, let's keep on getting into some other things here. With those stashes, the accent is so right? Let's go. Michael J. Fox says he is open to acting again despite his previous retirement. I wanted to bring this up. I saw it, not a big headline because it's not really it's kind of a nothing burger of a statement. There's a lot of these kind of guys who go into retirement and then they kind of talk about like, well, I would come out for the right thing. There was another one just like this where Robert Downey Jr. said something about like, Oh, would I play Iron Man? Of course, if the opportunity was right. You're like, yeah, I get it. Like it's like a never say never kind of thing. So here's my question. When actors get into like a retirement situation, kind of more even very specifically like this Michael J. Fox one, how do you guys feel about those people trying to come out of retirement or doing something, you know, for the right role? What do you guys think about something like that? Because to me, I always think when somebody isn't in something for a long time and then they try to get back into like acting or something, it never seems like it works right. Like it's always kind of like, you know, like it doesn't happen the way, like it's never like to fanfare. I will say, with an exception, and this might not be completely you know, fair, but think about like Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser didn't act for a long time, or he did, and it wasn't in these big roles. And then he came back and did The Whale, and people were like, fantastic, bro is amazing. You see stuff like that where it can happen. It can happen where they can come back and it can be a great thing again. But it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't happen like that often. Like that's the one-off. Most of the time it comes back and, exactly like Cherry says, hurts their legacy. Would you take children to this location? And she said, of course. And boy, would it have been bad if she wasn't the spy. Damn, you found out some things about your mom, huh? She was like, of course I would. And then she was like, and then you found out Richard was the spy. And you're like, Mom. She was like, yeah, I took you there all the time. What are you talking about? Do what they want. Right, I agree. But depending on the role, I agree as well. But this is not a oh, do what they want thing. I'm asking how you feel about actors doing it, you know? Looks like they ran out of money, right? Not quite the same. If they get the mojo still, I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm all about them trying. I just don't know. Most of the time, I feel like it never works. But I'm pretty sure he has been retired otherwise. Right. Pesci in that, great. I thought he was great, but I think it's so rare. You know, I thought he was good. I don't know if I would say transcendent, but I agree. I think he was good. And I thought I more so was like, yeah, great. I feel like that was good, but I don't think it was hurting. It wasn't helping, I don't think, at least to me. But I feel like most people, that's not what happens, right? For musicians, when they, yeah, exactly, same. I would agree. Musicians, the same thing, where they all come back if they're like, people go see them. Although I think musicians, it works out better because people go see them and they're like, oh, they still rocked just as good. Singers don't get that opportunity quite as much. Singers, you know, people who have very distinct voices and they go and you watch them and you're like, yeah, that's not it. Keep coming back either. Yeah, or like, was it Kiss? Kiss was one of those ones that was like on a 20-year like farewell tour or something. I don't think it was 20 years, but definitely being hyperbolic. But I think it's funny though, where, you know, people do that to nail their return, right? And I see stuff like this and I think, I really like Michael J. Fox and like Back to the Future, and I know he did other things, but he's a Back to the Future guy for me, for the most part. He did a couple of things, enjoyed him. I think he's good. I think it's good for him to retire. I think he could probably have like one or two like really good things, but they couldn't be like, hey, we're making another Back to the Future movie, come on back. I think that is a bad move. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where people get hung up, is they're like, for the right role, and the right role was coming back to my first role that really made me big. Like, no. This decade. Oh no. I fucking read it too. Jerry said, I seen Creed trying to come back, hoping the world would have their arms wide open. Lovely dude, but returning to series that should be done spoils it sometimes. Right. And that's how I feel. I see stuff like that and I'm like, no, don't do it. And the same thing with like Robert Downey Jr. and like I said, the Iron Man thing, like you finished that character's arc. Don't go back to it. You're only going to make it worse. And maybe you don't, but the chances are you're going to make it worse. Don't tempt fate. When it's time to call it a career, just do it, and you can find other things to do. You do not have to act anymore. And I know that that's so hard because that's all you know. I totally understand. But I feel like Michael J has had so many other things that he's been doing at this point in his life. He can do it without. He can do other things. He doesn't need acting anymore. But maybe he'll get called to it again. And I'm always one of those guys. I keep my mind open. I saw this again. I just saw that and I thought it would be an interesting topic just to kind of bring up real quick. Wide open. Not that he will definitely jump in. Right. But usually when people are doing that, it's because they want to try and start people having that conversation with them about what they want to, ideas. Like, ooh, I got this really great role for Michael J. and I wasn't even going to give it to him, but now he's open to coming back. Okay. And he isn't trolled. Yeah, but I think he has some things he could do that could be very influential, and I know he's done some things, but I know like with his Parkinson's and stuff, I think there's some stories he could do there that could be very fulfilling, and be very good. I just don't know if that's gonna be the it. So I don't know. I will definitely I'll definitely keep an eye out if he does get into something. I would always be open to it because there's always a chance for it to be good still. All right, I want to jump into this next one. Disney is setting Toy Story 5 and The Mandalorian and Grogu release dates while delaying the live action Moana. I know everybody was thinking, damn, when is that live action Moana happening? And then people were like, what the fuck is Moana? And I know that this is a hot take. I'm sorry. But the fuck is Moana? I'm pretty sure that's that rock one with the lady in the water. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't know. I'm not in the demographic for this anymore. But so then they were showing some release dates, so I figured I would go over these real quick. The moves carved out what's shaping up to be a busy summer for 2026 for Disney, with The Mandalorian and Grogu set for May 22nd, 2026. Toy Story 5 will come out a month later on June 19th, 2026. Moana has been moved from June 27th next year to July 10th, 2026. Tron Ares, meanwhile, will debut on October 20th, 2025. Amazing. Lady, Rock, and Water. Yeah, kind of, right? There's something like that. What a wild ass sentence. Is that not pretty that's pretty representative of that movie, isn't it? Water bending and such. Oh, is there? I don't know. I never saw it. I think I saw like the last couple of minutes of it where somebody was fighting like a mountain person or something. I don't remember exactly. I have not seen it. I am so sorry. I figured if I got enough words in there, right? You guys would know. Did songs. That, of course he did. That's all he does. It was genuinely a big deal. Come on, man. Lin-Manuel is doing. He does songs. If you see a song in a movie, Lin probably did it, my dude. I'm sure it's not. I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I just didn't see it, and I didn't know about it. I got an idea. All right. I'm sorry, Cyclo. Angry Volcano. The Rock sang and it was glorious. No fucking shot. No fucking shot. It was glorious. The Rock, bro. That guy can't sing. I've heard him sing. What they do? Auto tune him? Bro fucking sang on wrestling like years and years and years ago, and it was horrible. No fucking shot. It was good. All right, I'm bailing out of this article before it gets more terrible, because apparently I've upset Moana chat here. I'm easy microphone. I'm glad the rest of chat just shut the hell up during this and let me fucking get cooked out here by Cyclo and Jenna a little bit. Just watch me get fucking cooked. Watch Moana. I don't think I will. I don't really care for Disney movies anymore. I don't think I will. I just want to be honest. I'm not gonna tell you like, oh yeah, I'll check that out, and then a month later you'd be like, oh, you totally watched it. And I'm like, no, I probably won't. It's not for me. You know what? Is that the one with the weird chicken though? Because that I might have saw that. I might have saw a super cut of the chicken. Moana chicken. Then it got me, but it was good. No way. Hey hee hee. I don't know how you say his name. Hey hee hee. Yeah, I saw this dude. It's a fucking chicken. I saw some of this shit and I was like, But then like I'm pretty sure like the Rock's character like mentioned the chicken at some point, like specifically like the chicken is alive or something, and I was like, bro, that's too fourth wall breaking. Stop it, Dwayne. Stop it, D. Because we're on a first letter basis. All right, let's get into another crappy layoff fucking article here. Big D. Nah, I call him Small D. You'll never guess why. Palia devs lay off 35% of workers only a few months after beta release. Singular 6 is the latest studio to be hit by layoffs, with Palia developer confirming in a statement sent to IGN that it has laid off around 35% of its workers. Reports of Singular 6 layoff emerged Thursday when workers began posting the news on Twitter and other social media platforms. They just put the new, and it's the news. They included at least one environmental artist, an engineer, and other developers working on Palia. In a statement, Singular 6 describes it the decision intended to deliver the highest quality gameplay service for long-term stability. Don't give a fucking shit, Singular 6, what the reason is. Sad. Still sad. I don't know much about Palia. I just know that one of my streaming friends, Lone Wolf, she plays some Palia. I'm pretty sure a couple people did too, but I know I know a couple other, I'm saying other people that I know, but Lone Wolf specifically is one of the people. She always plays a lot of the cozy cute games and stuff, and Palia was one of them. MMO, I think. Yeah, it's very interesting looking. It wasn't for me, of course, but I think that this could be kind of weird. Yeah, it's very cool though. But it's sad to see that, they just hit it beta release and then they're like, ooh, guys, actually, we're going to have to lay off some people. And I don't know what beta release means. Like, this is an early access game, I assume. People aren't playing it for free, right? I don't know anything about the payment structure for this game. It's on Steam. Microsoft Switch. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. Palia. Palia is free? Well, that's probably why. And not anything against a free game. I just... Why is it free? Just go into early access. If you're doing it for free, then yeah, you're probably not going to be able to pay everybody correctly, which causes stuff like this. I think people would rather, you know, pay $5 or $10 early access. I don't know. Alan Tudyk was the chicken in Moana? Really? Does he talk? Because if he talks, I think I might be back out. And he rules. He does rule, though. That's true. He does rule. Wasn't Alan Tudyk the one robot in Rogue One? That one Star Wars movie? He balks. I mean, right. But, like... That's not the same thing, man. Apparently he was in iRobot as well. Did y'all ever see iRobot? Oh shit, it is him. Yeah, he's Tudyk's secretly in everything. He kind of is, dude. Actually, as I'm looking at this, I was like, damn. But he's in Rogue One. He plays a robot in Rogue One, and the robot fucking is the best character in that movie. But now I'm wondering, who the fuck is he in? Of course he is. He's Sonny in iRobot, which is like the main robot. The main robot. Very cool. That is so funny that he is just secretly in everything, though. All right, let's keep on going. We still have quite a bit of news to go, guys. So a couple weeks ago, I talked about this thing called the Pooniverse. I don't know if you guys remember the Pooniverse. I assume you don't. But it's happening. So, what was it? Last year, there was a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I think it was like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, something like that, that came out. And then recently, I was going to hope you skip this one. Nope. Recently, they announced that they were doing a second Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I think it just came out or it's coming out soon. And I was like, whatever. I don't really care. But then they announced that they're doing a Pooniverse, a universe of movies of a bunch of different childhood, you know, movies and stories and stuff that they're making into horror movies. And this one is a trailer for Bambi. Listen, it's about a minute, Cyclo. I know it's very weird. It's stupid, but I just want you guys to get a glimpse. This is the only one of these that we're gonna watch. We're never gonna watch another one of these unless it's absolutely hilarious. But this is it. Because I want you guys to see what the Pooniverse is going to look like. Maybe it's going to be your thing. That'll be shit. That's correct. That is correct. All right, let me let's take a look, guys, at Bambi: The Reckoning.
You ever shot a deer?
No. Have you?
Yeah. Once.
Yep, that's it. You're welcome, y'all. I mean, listen. I mean, the trailer's not like terrible. It's obviously very fucking goofy and gonna be bad. There you go. Exactly. It is what it is. I don't know. It's bad, but I mean, listen, there it is. I'd like Bammy the Shrekkening. No, you never know what's gonna happen in the future. So I just, yeah, like I said, I saw this and I was like, I passed it the first time, to be honest. I did, and then I saw it again and I was like, I mean, I saw it like on YouTube and I didn't watch it again. I watched it once and then I was like, yeah, I feel like we got to. But like I said, any more of these Pooniverse, films, we're not gonna check out anymore. I'm good. I think we know what the quality is gonna be. Not good, but they at least this one looks like it's shot slightly better. So who knows? All right, this is another one that came from Plenty. She's been dropping all kinds of awesome ones over in the Discord. The world's oldest man says the secret to his longevity is luck, plus regular fish and chips. Of course, everybody has every person who kind of lives to a certain age always gets asked, hey, what's your secret? And they always have something, and apparently his is luck and fish and chips. I mean, listen, fish and chips, delicious, but I don't think that's why you're living. It's probably why you won't live as long as you should have. The world's oldest man says the secret to his long life is luck, moderation, and fish and chips every Friday. That moderation thing, that doesn't go for the fish and chips on Fridays? Huh? That seems like it's counterintuitive, or at odds with the moderation thing, Okay. Englishman John Alfred Tinniswood, who is 111, Jesus Christ, has been confirmed as the new holder of the title of the Guinness by Guinness World Records. It follows the death of Venezuelan record holder Juan Perez this month at the age of 114, almost at 1,000. Jisan Barao from Japan, who was the next longest lived, died March 31st at 112. Jesus Christ. Tinniswood was presented with a certificate by Guinness World Records on Thursday at the care home where he lives in Southport, Northwest England. Putting Englishman in front of John Alfred Tinniswood is redundant. That is facts. Born in Liverpool on 1912. Just a few months after sinking of Titanic. Exactly what I thought. Every time I see 1912, I'm like, damn, when was that in relation to the Titanic? I know 1912 was the year. I just always wonder, like, ooh. I don't remember what the month was when Titanic sank, but it must have been right around that time. Lived through 2 world wars, serving in the British Army Pay Corps in World War II. Retired accountant and great grandfather, says moderation was the key to healthy life. He never smokes, rarely drank, and followed no special diet apart from fish and chips, supper once a week. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. This next sentence is a whole nother level of weird or wild or whatever you want to call it here. If you drink too much or eat too much or walk too much, if you do too much of anything, you're going to suffer eventually. Okay. Thanks, Alfred. John Alfred, sorry. But ultimately, it's pure luck. You're either live long or you live short, and you can't do much about it. Wow, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I thought this was definitely interesting. John, I mean, he looks like he's doing good. And I don't say that to be rude or anything like that. That's not what I mean. I mean, legitimately, for 111, this dude is. God, that is very, very old. And apparently, I need to get into some more fish and chips on Fridays. Apparently, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that though. Let's keep on going. This one is a little bit of just a follow-up to some of the Jonathan Majors stuff that happened not too long ago. Gene Hackman I saw today. Oh, really? How old is Gene Hackman? Oh, man. '94? Ooh, this might be the picture you're talking about. Shit. I've been AFK for a while. Hey, don't worry about it, man. Live your life, dude. Live your life. Damn. So he is, yeah. Damn. Yeah, there's a couple of those that kind of looked a little, whew. But that's, I mean, that's what happens, right? We all get old eventually. So it's, yeah, sorry. This is just a follow up. I'm not going to go over too much of the stuff that happened with Jonathan Majors, just kind of that he did get sentenced, and you know, I wanted to go over that real quick. So he got sentenced to a year of counseling and domestic assault in his domestic assault case, but is going to avoid jail time. Listen, I'm not here to be telling anybody like how they should or shouldn't get punished. As long as he, you know, serves some kind of punishment and he figures out how to get himself right. I don't know if I agree that this is the right, that this punishment is going to be severe enough for what I think, you know, what was kind of talked about what happened, but again, it's not up to me to decide. So Majors faced a maximum of 1 year in prison for conviction, but avoided jail time altogether. He must continue with mental health counseling and therapy and provide the court with updates on his treatment. He could still face jail time if he fails to attend any of his violence intervention programs. Yeah. 52 weeks in an in-person domestic violence intervention program. So yeah, I think it's I mean, listen, at least he's having to do something. I think that's always good. But yeah, all right, let's move on. We do be getting older. We do be. That's life. I'm getting older pretty soon here too. I know Vash is even more soon. Vash's got a birthday at the end of the month, and I got one at the beginning of next month. So we about to sandwich everybody with some birthday goodness. Older together. That's right. That's the good things. A fleet of satellites caught the total solar eclipse from orbit, and apparently the footage is spectacular. I have not watched the footage yet, guys. So for anybody who doesn't know, and I think this would be very weird if you didn't, because apparently, I mean, maybe that's not true, because it was a very big thing in Ohio, but it might not have been a very big thing in some other places. So yesterday we had an eclipse, and in Ohio we had a total coverage eclipse, or what is that? We were in the path of totality. Sorry, that's what the official wording is. But the moon went completely across, and we actually got a few moments of darkness. I did get to get out and check it out, and I threw some pictures in the Discord. If anybody, or I threw a picture, and Vash did as well in the Discord if you guys wanted to check those out. But we both got to see some things, and it was very, very cool. A super once in a lifetime kind of thing, and I was definitely grateful to see it. But it sounds like there was some other people who was seeing some things, and I think this could be really cool to see. So let's jump in and see what these look like. Oh man, I love the quality is a crisp 480p. So let's take a look here. Oh man, look at that. You could see the black shadow on the earth. That is crazy. So let's take a look at this one as well. This one was a sped up time lapse of the thing, I think, here. So, or something like that, maybe? I don't know. That is so crazy how just that massive spot. But that makes sense too, how you can see how big the area was. It felt very much like, I mean, and this is just because it's so hard for us to tell. It was super weird because we're down there and it's so hard to see. It feels like the spot would be so small where it would cover everything, but you can see, on these things, man, that area is huge where you would be in complete darkness. So here's one from space. Oh, this is just them looking down on the earth. Yeah, that is so crazy. Just this big, huge spot. Oh, this could be pretty interesting. Oh yeah, look at that. That's interesting. Just a little gif, a little gif, little gif. Whoop, a little whoop. Give it another one. Whoop. Solar eclipse from the plane. Ooh, this could be interesting too. Oh man, that is so fucking scary looking. I was hoping that the quality was getting clear up there a little bit. No, it never really does. Just looks like ass the whole way through. Another 480p. I don't even know what this one is. Oh, interesting. I don't know if this is just someone just took a black JPEG and was just like over this picture of the sun. They're like, eclipse. Yes, it is. That's about what they do. Oh wow, this is a really cool one too. This is an incredible photo. Yeah, that looks like about it. But yeah, it was super cool. Never seen anything like that. It was very, very interesting. And I think it's one of those things. It's definitely worth if you ever get a chance to checking it out. I don't know when we're gonna get another one. I think there's gonna be some other ones, but you probably have to travel for them. But yeah, like I said, Vash and I dropped a photo or two each other in the Discord. So if you want to check them out, make sure you do. It was super cool. It legit made me happy. It was one of those things. I didn't know what to expect exactly. And as it was kind of going on, it was very cool. Which then leads directly into this next great article, guys. Google searches for eyes hurt spike amid the solar eclipse. Man, you can't write them like this, can you? The world had the chance to gaze upon a total solar eclipse today, and Google is seeing a spike in eyes hurt search as well. Yes, of course it did. Here is the some of the Google trends. And you'll see April 7th all the way up to April 8th. And this is right around, because this was at 1 a.m. and then 9, almost 10 a.m. And then probably, what is that? Almost 8 hours. So that's probably 4-ish. Yeah, so that's probably right around that time zone. Perfect. So you can see why do my eyes hurt? It spiked a little. My eyes hurt spiked just a touch more, and eyes hurt did a staggering amount right here. But it dropped off pretty quickly. Yeah, so the thing was, you're not supposed to stare directly at the sun. And I know, so here was the thing. I want to ask this, and maybe you guys know, maybe you guys don't. I'm just going to be very honest. When the moon crossed over the sun, you are not supposed to look directly at it still, right? Like I'm not making this up, right? I thought that people said like the idea is that, you know, you're not the sun is still peeking out, so you can still hurt your eyes very, very easily. At least that's my assumption of it, and so at least that's how I treated it. I did a quick glance and then I was done. I didn't stare at it. Anytime I did look at it, I was looking at it through. You can when it's covered. No way. It was safe during totality. Oh, really? I didn't think it was, but it might be. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I only looked quickly and was not trying to stare at it. I tried to look at it through my phone mostly. So I never looked raw balls though. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Again, raw balls, right? No, that's how it is. Sometimes you look raw balls. Yeah, I was very worried about that. I was under the impression you could not. And again, I might not know, but that would be why, you know, there could be these spikes where people were like, oh, you can look at it in totality, but there's still like a big halo of light coming around, which is why I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. I think the sun is still peeking out and still could fuck your eyes up. Or maybe what they're saying is you can look at it, but as soon as it starts to peek back out, you could fuck your eyes up. Understood. I get that. It is less light though. Yeah, correct. And that's why when it was like that, I did a couple of peeks. I looked raw balls for like a millisecond. But I didn't do a full. And I had people out there who were looking full. I mean, and their vision's okay, so maybe it's okay. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't know, but I was not taking a chance. My eyes already are fucked, and I can't see shit anyway. Normally, so the fuck am I can't risk letting these bad boys get any worse. So I didn't. Raw balls is stuck. Well, that's what raw balls will do, man. They get stuck. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I saw this, I had to laugh. Again, not a big deal, but again, it made me think though, and then I was like, damn, do I not know? But maybe like I said, maybe it was okay and you could look at totality. I know people, that's kind of what everybody was saying, but I did not really. I didn't let the raw balls out that long. Just a couple more here, guys. So I saw this, and I don't know if we ever looked at the other X movie trailers. But so this is a trailer for a movie called Maxine. It is the third movie in a line of horror movies with the title X. So there was one a couple years ago called X, and it was like a kind of a more underground kind of indie-ish type horror movie, but it did really, really well. I think people really liked it, and it ended up being able to spur off now 2 sequels. I forget what the other one was called, but it definitely had like 2 X's in it. I don't remember exactly what it was called. I wonder if they have it marked in here. Oh no, it was not. It was just called Pearl. Yeah, well, that's stupid. I thought it had 2 X's in it, and that's it was kind of like each one had like a certain amount of X's or whatever, but so apparently it was just called Pearl. And so this is the third movie in this trilogy at this point now, and it's called Maxine. I figured we'll take a look at the trailer. I thought this actually looks pretty interesting. I thought the other ones still, I mean, it looked interesting, but I like the idea of what this one's kind of encompassing or bringing into it, which I think could be very fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Like I said, this is called Maxine with a nice 3 X's.
So, Maxine, your agent tells us you're quite a popular name in adult film and entertainment. Is that correct? I'm curious, did you always want to be in that line of work?
I always wanted to be famous.
If you need to read off the sides we gave you, just go ahead, all right?
I know the lines.
She turns to the camera and, through her trauma, addresses the lens directly.
Name 5 celebrities who got their start in horror movies.
Jamie Lee Curtis, John Travolta, Demi Moore, Brooke Shields, and
Maxine fucking Minx.
I don't like walking out here with that freaking Night Stalker guy on the loose.
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker?
Night Stalker.
Terrorizing Los Angeles.
I can handle myself.
So said every dead girl in Hollywood.
Maxine, I'm the private detective. I had to find you. My employer is a very powerful man. The past ain't finished with you. It's gonna keep knocking at your door.
Tragically, another victim of the Night Stalker.
If I knew 3 people who were murdered in 3 days, I'd be pretty scared. What are you hiding, Maxine?
If I tell you something, we've got confidentiality.
What'd you do?
This is the defining role of your career.
Whatever's going on in your life that's interfering with this picture, squash it.
I intend to.
Maxine.
Maxine. You're a fucking movie star.
All right, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, kind of some interesting things, especially because they're kind of bringing in like this Night Stalker thing, which was, you know, a real life event. And now they're kind of tying this into her, because I think she's kind of a serial killer thing. I don't know exactly. I've never saw this stuff, but so they're kind of tying this with her a little bit. Like I said, I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Very, very, very interesting stuff. So yeah, I think it could be very interesting. We'll definitely see. Sorry, just looking at something real quick. Yeah, sorry, I saw some frames and stuff dropping again. I don't understand why that is. Just have a little bit of the task manager on the side just to keep an eye on her here. It doesn't look like it's too crazy, although it does seem like it's dropping a little bit. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, I see a little spike there. But yeah, maybe we'll maybe we'll see about maybe we'll do a little reset on break or something. Didn't know they made a movie after X. Yeah, it was called Pearl or something like that. And I don't know where it took place, if it took place afterwards or before, but yeah, I thought all those movies look really good. I would like to see all of them at some point. I never got to, but X looked really good. I don't know anything about Pearl, and I think this one looks pretty interesting, so I'll be interested to see. All right, let's jump into these last couple here. So there is a game called Dredge that I've quite enjoyed. It just passed its 1 year release, and today, I believe, right? Today they announced that they're going to be doing a film adaptation of it, which is wild. This seems very, very weird. I mean, the game is very good. I know a bunch about like the lore and some of the story and stuff. I think all that stuff is very good. It's just a very interesting announcement. It seems very out of the blue. I'm not completely sure if I understand why. But yeah, so the part creature collector, part eerie horror Lovecraftian fishing game Dredge is getting a film adaptation, as reported by Engadget. Developer Black Salt Games and media game Story Kitchen announced the live action film, but didn't give much beyond a brief synopsis. I think the Sixth Sense on Water, it began referencing the 1999 Bruce Willis horror mystery film, a grounded atmospheric cosmic horror blend of H.P. Lovecraft and Ernest Hemingway. No release window for the Dredge film was shared. I felt the game could be spookier. Yeah, and I think that they could definitely lean into that a lot more. I'm very interested to see what they do with it. It's an interesting thing. We'll see. But yeah, I like the idea. I'm interested to see what they do with it. I just, there's always this weird thing where it's like, well, you're gonna touch this, like, you better make sure it's good. But I think they'll be all right. So yeah, very, very cool. Not a lot of information, kind of brought out right now, but at least an announcement, and I think that's very cool. Nintendo is shutting down online services for Wii U and 3DS, but a fan project is called Pretendo is keeping them alive. Fans are mourning the loss of the Wii U and 3DS servers after Nintendo shut them down yesterday. A fan-driven endeavor called Pretendo is offering a helping hand those to look at a few more Splatoon and Super Smash Bros. Matches in. Nintendo announced the plans to shutter the servers last year. At that time, the Mario company said the move would mean the discontinuation of online cooperative play, rank systems, and data distribution, with the only remaining service being Pokemon Bank and Poketransfer. Although Wii U and 3DS owners are currently still able to download updates and re-download past purchases, the server shutdowns brought the end of an era. Pretendo aims to fix that. Its website describes it as an open source project that aims to recreate Nintendo's network for the 3DS and Wii U using clean room reverse engineering. That means free continued access to online features for Nintendo hardware that is planned to exist long after the inevitable closure of a Nintendo network. Pretendo is unfortunately very much a work in progress, and there are a handful of caveats to keep in mind if you're someone who likes to revisit old hardware. If you're looking to get the full unofficial Nintendo Online experience, you'll have to hack your device and install the proper software. So I think this is pretty cool. I love seeing this kind of stuff where teams are kind of jumping in and helping out to try and remedy some of the situations that these bigger companies are essentially just causing issues and breaking, like Nintendo kind of shutting this down, and then a fan service is coming in to make that better. So I think it's very cool. I would like to see, I mean obviously you kind of have to do some hacky things, but I think this is pretty cool. Monster Hunter community, yeah, and that's the beauty of great fans is they'll find ways to make it work, and I assume that this is going to work a very similar way like the Monster Hunter community has probably gotten servers up for a lot of the other Monster Hunter games. But yeah, it's great. I love seeing that kind of stuff. Kind of one of the first things we talked about at the beginning of the news was game preservation, and this kind of goes along with that, and the Monster Hunter community server stuff goes along with that, like finding ways to be able to preserve games and services and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I know it can't be forever, but being able to find ways to keep continuing them on so people can continue using them. The only thing is finding ways to make them easy for people to use. That's kind of the only issue now, and I'm sure that'll come with time, but I just like I said, I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. and I'm hoping that more and more things kind of get these things. I'm hoping more and more companies will dedicate the time and stuff into them, but my guess is they won't. So, but again, pretty cool that there's fan teams like this who are doing this, and yeah, the Monster Hunter community is just great overall. They're just awesome. So I just thought this was cool, worth sharing. This kind of stuff. I forgot that the shutdown was yesterday, so that's really sad. I didn't ever get on my 3DS again to check out anything. I think I bought all my stuff physically though. All right, so I got two more real quick that we'll knock out. So this is Star Wars Outlaw. They have an official story trailer. This is a almost 3-minute trailer. I have not watched this. I didn't have much interest in this game, but maybe this is really what's gonna sell me, because I think they have like a release date and everything too. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look real quick, and then we'll see how we're feeling after that.
Each of you represents some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy. Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Hutts. It's a golden age for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy, but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Kay Vess, the underworld's favorite new scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Sliro, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune, and buy your freedom.
This job, it's a death wish. I'm in.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation. You want to survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look, don't try anything. I got a whole crew surrounding the... Okay, we're skipping that part.
For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix. Doing what we have to survive. This job is my one shot at freedom. But if we're gonna pull this off, we need the right crew. And the right ship. Yes! Hang on.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Sliro. Bess is mixed up in something bigger. The Outer Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy. But all I want is to live free. So I'm gonna risk it all. Hold on, Nick!
Star Wars Outlaws, pre-order available now.
All right. It's gonna crescendo, and it's not gonna be worth it. All right, I don't know. I don't think I fucking care about this game. If I'm being honest, I don't think I care about this at all. Everything I've seen about it, I just think that I don't care. It does look like a little Nicolas Cage, doesn't it? Where is he at? Let's find him. Oh, they got the swaggy droid though. Where the fuck is our Nicolas Cage looking motherfucker here? What y'all think about this? Man said, cut it. Yes, I did. Yeah, I don't fucking care about this game. I don't think it looks, I mean, I get it why people think it's good or it's going to be interesting, but I just don't care. I feel like I was gonna say Marvel, Star Wars games. I feel like, unfortunately, I feel like if it's not a Jedi game, like something around that or something in that kind of idea, I just don't think I fucking care. So I think it'll be great for people who are excited about it. So. But I saw as our last thing, Star Wars Outlaws Physical Edition will require an online connection to install. Yes, better have the internet. Star Wars Outlaws might be one of Ubisoft's most anticipated single-player games in a while, but you'll still need an internet connection to install it. Man, I love that this is what's happening now. You gotta have internet for everything. Oh yeah, I forgot. August 30th is when the game comes out, but so I just wanted to show these off real quick because I knew this was a big deal. I think people were very excited about it, although I don't give a shit. I wanted to make sure that I show them off. Yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the news. We are super over on time. Yeah, appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. We will hang out for a little bit before we start to get into some games and stuff, but like I said, that'll go ahead and wrap it up for the news, and I'll see y'all on the other side.